Did somebody say trailer, baby? Trailer, baby. Trailer, we have content to talk about.
How exciting, Aiden. I mean, you sat here for months, weeks, just saying.
Years.
Pretty much. It has been a year nearly. Going, oi, where's this bloody Doctor Who content?
Get me that.
And now there is a trailer.
Yep.
And you still seem upset.
I'm not. No. We'll get into that. We'll get into the trailer talk in a second. There's a nice little tease.
Aiden's a hater.
Aiden the hater.
Folks.
Maybe not. We'll see, but we'll get into that
The hater
shortly. And
himself.
we're going to break down that trailer, talk about some theories and things like that. Also coming up in the show, we're going to do our review of the Ice Warriors later on. And we're going to reflect on our little experience. Connor came hang out on my set for a night.
Yeah,
which is cool, and we've sort of led up to this a little bit on the pod before, so I thought it'd be cool to just talk about, kind of just being on the set, and I guess for me a little reflection on the whole shablam.
The whole experience.
That's probably better.
Is a better way of
You should just run this podcast on your own. It'll be far smoother. We're the 50% Doctor Who podcast. You can subscribe to us wherever you get your podcast, but also on YouTube because we're aiming for 1,000 subscribers and we'd like to get there really bloody soon.
It's happening, man.
It's happening, man. We're close.
It's happening.
Just creeping.
It's a slow creep.
Slow creep. It's kind of like a scary creep.
Scary?
Yeah, like we're just creeping up on people.
Are you scared we're not going to get there before the 60th? According to Crispy Pro, we are.
I don't trust him though. That's the difference.
How can you trust?
You can't trust Crispy Pro.
Him.
Not this guy.
Him.
Not him.
How can you trust the man who signed our annual?
Not the guy with the Australian monopoly of YouTubers.
Yeah. It's all in his head.
You can follow us on Twitter and Instagram at 50doctor. Give us a 5-star review because we like that too. Let's get on to it.
Yo.
50% podcast.
Been 2 weeks since we've since we've recorded, man.
Since I've rewarded you with my presence
That's
on the
it.
show.
That's what I meant to say. Since we rewarded the audience.
Because this was your plan to do it on Monday morning so we can actually film it today and get it out. So when you're watching this today, we actually recorded it today. It is Monday the 24th.
4th?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's we haven't done that. I don't think we've done that since Power.
Yeah. We only do that for new
episode.
episodes, but we because we're recording the podcast episodes quite far in advance. We were because scheduling and stuff. It would have turned out that we wouldn't be discussing this new trailer at all in this episode. Would be really outdated. So we thought we'd do like a last minute recording just before our episodes usually release.
Yeah. So we went from filming as far in advance to
filming at the very last second.
Literally very last second, just so we could talk about the trailer. Because normally you do the breakdown, but you were doing other stuff. So.
Yeah, just don't have time to do that at the moment. But Connor has an excellent reaction to the video.
That was interesting. I got done with the film shoot with Aiden, and then I was like, I don't know. In my head, I was like, oh, what's the point in going to bed? Because I had to go out early just to do it. So I was like, if I just stay up. Plus, I was just really excited to see it.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'll just stay up. And honestly, those reaction videos, they take like 15 minutes to edit.
Yeah.
And then just chucked it up, and it was up within the hour.
Yeah.
And
do you like my reaction video?
I don't know if "like's" the word.
I
think it was a bit mean.
No, but here's the thing. Even if I loved that trailer, even if I was like, it's the best thing ever, I would still do that face reaction. I just think it's really fucking funny.
I think we all have our own ways of making ourselves laugh.
So in other words, it didn't make you laugh?
No, but it doesn't matter what I think.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just the co-host, you know.
Yeah,
have you done it before?
I did it for the Sonic Screwdriver reveal.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, I saw it did pretty well on YouTube Shorts and stuff. I didn't check TikTok, but and everyone's just commenting like, I don't get it.
They're all commenting like, "Oh, you're such a hottie."
Is that your equivalent of me posting Ethan every Wednesday?
Yeah, I suppose. I have no idea what you're on about with that, but that's okay.
Well, it's the podcast account. It's good for people to see it, so people go on the comments and they're like, "Oh, a Doctor Who podcast. I like Doctor Who." Click it. Oh, this show's the best thing I've ever seen in my life. Subscribe. Fan for life.
I like it. Done.
It's in the mystery of it,
News.
Is there any news?
For many, we have a trailer. I'm not going to throw that into this segment.
Since the
dawn of time, since the dawn of this podcast, I wanted to have a news sting.
Really?
And I finally got and done it as a little treat.
I'm keen to hear it.
Okay. But I want to say I didn't get to make the one that I wanted to make. I wanted to have
Great.
I wanted to have like news music, and then I wanted to have what's her name from like the news report in Doctor Who.
Yeah.
And I wanted to cut all like the news reports in Doctor Who together.
That would take some time.
Well, I was doing it, but the score, and I'm not techie enough to know how to remove score.
Right, Murray's score was
and it
going,
was so loud in the background that it just sounded terrible. So
Right,
I went for a new angle.
Okay.
And guys, let's get on with the news.
David Tennant and Catherine Tate are to return to Doctor Who.
The actor Ncuti Gatwa has been announced.
And I hope the planet turns round and shits on you.
That is gold.
There we go.
I love that.
Yep.
I love that.
That's the news. Just
That's
in.
brilliant, actually.
Just in from our roaming reporter, Christopher Eccleston.
That was really good.
Thingy Park is a mess.
Yeah. I hope the planet shits on you. Yeah. Facts. Thanks, Eck.
Speaking of shitting on things, let's get into the 60th anniversary trailer.
Well, for you, not for me.
Well, I think we should have this
a fanboy,
conversation.
baby.
Context.
Yeah.
You said, after the shoot, you went home, watched it, loved it, blah, blah, blah. I, obviously, as you would know, that shoot was a pretty stressful shoot. There was a lot of moving parts, right?
Yeah.
And I got...
So they say.
And I was dead. And I watched this trailer, and I thought, well, that was fine. I was so, unfazed by it. I thought some of the VFX did look a little shonky, and I was checking Twitter, and everyone's like, these production values, and I was like, what? You're so... Doctor Who Twitter, you're stupid. You're so dumb. You naive little brats.
Wow.
And then I was just sat here, blaming everything in my little shit fire, writing tweets, and then deleting them, writing them, deleting them, be like, Doctor Who's fucked. If you like Doctor Who, you're a fucking nerd. I'm closing down the podcast. I was in, rage mode, right? Literally, yeah. And so it was terrible. Well, not terrible. That's so harsh. I thought
Terrible.
No, I just wasn't in on it, and I thought it was more of the same of what we'd seen from the trailer. But I also thought it wasn't necessarily that big of a step up from the Whittaker era in terms of VFX, and in terms of overall selling the show as this new sexy badass rendition of it. I didn't think that stuff, and that's why I was disappointed. I was like, it just kind of looks like your standard sci-fi. Look at these guys in a green screen helipad. It's so Marvel. Ooh. And then I woke up in the morning and I watched it again. And I thought, oh, this is really good.
Oh. Wait.
So I like it.
I saw you twice yesterday. You didn't mention that.
Well, because I thought it would be nice to reveal
Okay.
on the pod.
Huh.
So I've seen it.
Wait, hang on a minute.
I've seen it 20 times now, and I think it's good.
Okay, but you don't sound like that. You sound like you tolerate it.
No, I'm hyped. I'm hyped for it now.
Do you really like it now?
I'm hyped. I still think I actually generally will stand my ground on this, and I do think some of the helipad CGI stuff and Neil Patrick Harris and this CGI gun thing and giant Neil Patrick Harris, that stuff doesn't work for me at all, because I just don't care for that kind of thing. But but it's all the David and Catherine stuff I think is really cool. There's this annoying camera movement that still fucks me off. The
Kick its ass, yeah.
Yeah, it's we're gonna go and kick its ass, and there's this unmotivated, really clinical, really what's the word I'm looking for? Corporate Steadicam shot that follows her, and I think that was just really cringe. But other than that, yeah, I generally was along for the ride. I thought it was a fun trailer. I think it would have been great for new audiences. Well, audiences that maybe haven't watched since the David Tennant era, and they kind of oh yeah, Donna.
Yeah, well, I showed my family on the big screen.
Yep.
And watching it on the big screen as well, by the way, which I did 10 times yesterday. Yeah, I mean, they were just completely shocked about how good it looked. Look, okay, I think it's fine for us to be oh, there's some of the bit of a ropey CGI here and there. But I think for general audiences like that, I think they're just oh my God, Doctor Who looks amazing these days.
And it does in a lot of in 90% of the trailer it does. But there was just some CGI shots that I was just a bit maybe I'm definitely expecting too much for a TV show budget, right? But I think just given the hype that it was in terms of stepping up in quality, and Flux already did some incredible CGI. So
I think this is the scary thing about these specials, is that we're gonna go into them I wouldn't be surprised if either one of us or both of us has the reaction you had to the trailer where you're I don't know about this.
Yeah.
And then later on,
it.
Probably after we do the review, be actually, you know what? After a rewatch, I actually do like it.
That wasn't so bad.
I don't know. I feel how is it ever gonna get your expectations.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Considering I really loved the trailer, I mean, I think you can tell from my reaction, I really did.
Yeah.
Just love it. It's funny you mentioned the Avengers, like, you know, the Avengers Tower
Yeah.
kind of unit thing, because my family brought that up.
Yeah.
And that kind of like, I was like, oh, I don't know if I want people to think Doctor Who's gone very Avengers-y.
Yeah.
But like, you could tell it's really inspired by Iron Man and
Yeah.
Captain
It's like,
America and Hulk.
I
I'm like,
prefer-
oh God.
I prefer unit as that like kind of low key thing. Like,
Look at them now, huh?
and now it's like, oh, here you go, massive tower, central of London with unit written down the side. It's like,
Well, they had a big.
there's such a
building
thing called
tower.
subtlety.
They got blew up.
Yeah, but it wasn't a big thing that said unit. It was just like a building that they'd bought and put themselves in. Whereas this is like unit has built this skyscraper that has unit plastered on the side, massive helipad sticking out of it. Like,
Well, I think they're kind of setting that up because, like, you know, that would be the main hub for the spin-off. So
yes and no, because I don't think that helipad set still exists.
they're like, it's just. They're like, it's there, but you'll never
see it.
You'll never see it.
We don't have the budget to keep it up.
We have a helipad, but you'll never see it.
Let's get into some proper trailer stuff, right?
Yeah, okay. Where do you want
do
to
it.
start? From the beginning?
Well, the beginning, it was a bit of like an eye roll where it's like, I've seen this all before.
Aiden, you're so.
Well, come on, mate. We have.
sicky.
How many times are we going to hear?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. I feel like I'm missing something.
Yeah, there was more dialogue to it, though.
Oh, yeah, they added like 4 more words. It really helped me. Build my hype up. I was so keen from those 4 words, man.
We got more shots of David looking around corners when she was talking.
That's exactly what I wanted.
And, you know, just a shot of him going,
Now, I'm glad. If
Hello.
If it wasn't for emotional David scenes later, like the banging, which I think is also a really good meme. Like,
I love that.
Josh put up one where they were like, when this is not in the 60th trailer, and it's David like,
Ah! Look, David sells it, you know.
he does, and that's the stuff that really works for me in this trailer. All that
Yeah.
kind of thing. I know it's in safe hands with him.
Yeah, definitely. And then we get to see the Doctor when the speech. I was always wondering who he's talking to about, where he says, you know, like, if she ever remembers me, she will die.
She will die.
And it's for
Ruth Medley.
Ruth, correct. So, and you see her later on the helipad at Unit.
So she's a Unit babe.
Everyone assumed Unit babe. Wow. Everyone assumed that she was going to work for Unit because, you know, Doctor Who fans are always right.
Yeah.
And
She just seems like a cool Unit inclusion, I feel.
Yeah,
she's
she'll
really
be in the
fits it.
spin-off as well.
Yep.
You know. Yeah, I think it opens up really well. I love how it's like, you know, and what happens? A spaceship crashes right in front of us. We get a really. This is one thing that really made me laugh, and I kind of hate, is that like it's like the BBC stock of like a crowd going, I've heard that damn sound everywhere, and I don't know if it'll actually be in the episode, but I was like that. I noticed tiny little things like that, and I'm like,
I love how
interesting.
the trailer starts with David already just recapping the first act of the Star Beast. Spaceship
Yes.
crashes. But yeah, so we see that. We see like more footage of Beep, the Meep, and the RAF Warrior robots.
I love
Meep.
that.
I
Meep, Meep.
Yeah. Meep, Meep.
There's a bloody Martian in the shed.
Funny. That's a line that, like, as I'm going to like this trailer more and more,
Yeah.
that's a line that makes me laugh every time.
That is a callback, ladies and gentlemen, to when Donna used to call the Doctor Martian.
funny if she's referring to the Doctor as the Martian, not Beat the Meep.
Oh, I love a bit of trailer trickery.
Trailer trickery, baby.
All right, so controversial part of the trailer.
Right, okay.
Get ready for this.
I'm scared.
Sylvia slaps the Doctor.
I've heard a bit of what the fuck's wrong with this?
Well, no, I agree. I think it's going to work for the scene because literally her daughter will fucking die.
Yeah.
Think about that as like a character motive. I think it was definitely a good callback to like when Jackie stitched this, mate.
Yeah, it's just
it's
just very of that.
I think people got upset about it just because domestic abuse is not fun, folks.
But also because they're Doctor Who fans, and
We just love to complain.
There's a thing called TV,
Yeah.
which is not real life.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I think the scenes were like, it seems like the RAF Warriors are coming for Beep the Meep and then units coming for the RAF Warriors.
Yeah, I think so.
So it's all like going to be a bit
like cat and mouse chase, really.
of a cat and mouse chase. Oh, so another thing as well is that there seems to be like a bit of a force field protecting
The dock.
Is
This
this
isn't the Sonic. Don't do
is
that.
this the Sonic?
The Sonic does not make force fields.
Or
If the Sonic makes force fields, I quit.
well, we have been talking about how the Doctor's been doing like it kind of like comes up like a bit of a Tony Stark AI, and we all know that Doctor Who is now the new Avengers. Aiden.
Yeah, it is.
Either that, or maybe it's Beep the Meep,
Yeah, I
saving
think
the
it's
day.
maybe more of a beep the meep contraption, but who knows?
I hope it's Beep. I don't want it to be the Sonic.
Yeah.
But I just think those scenes, obviously directed by Rachel, look great. I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And then we get to see, we've never seen this before in Doctor Who trailers for the 60th. We get to see Neil Patrick Harris dancing.
Wave.
Yeah, we've never seen that before.
So cool new footage.
We've never seen it before. Okay, why didn't they alright, so after the trailer came out, we then got an article being like, Neil Patrick Harris is playing the Toymaker.
Yeah.
So why didn't they just say it in the trailer?
Maybe like the reveal moment is maybe the reveal they want to just keep.
At this
Maybe
rate,
no, but maybe it's a special moment in the episode. You know, like maybe
yeah,
maybe there's something more to it. Maybe it's in a setting that we shouldn't know about. Maybe
he is starting to recognize me.
that's so cool. I love that little.
Yeah,
His voice
but,
is so cool.
oh, look at you! You're getting
There's
excited.
lots of things, yeah, really.
just-
lots of things that really get me gassed.
At this rate, though, the trailer already dropped. Just leave it for the episode. Like, do we really need... Everyone knew he was the Toymaker.
Yeah.
I just wish they left it, because it's like, well, we've already got the trailer. Like, I'm pretty sure we can put 1 and 2 together. People have been saying, since he was casted, that he's playing the Toymaker. It's like when they did, like, a big article, like, a week ago, like, Miriam Vivi is playing Beep the Meep. And
Which
it's
is
like...
also news to us.
It's like, what? Everyone knew
We
it.
all knew it, mate. We all knew it. But hey, it's cool. It's cool we now have that confirmation. Sure, whatever. We also have confirmation that Kate is in it because we get to see Kate around all the helipad stuff.
Surprise Pikachu.
That's the thing. When she rocked up in the trailer, I finished the trailer and was like, oh, we didn't really get any new like reveals or announcements from this trailer. And then I sort of sat back and I saw like that Kate Stewart is like Gemma Redgrave is Kate Stewart on Twitter, and I was like, oh yeah. We actually haven't had it announced or seen any like footage of her actually in the 60th. We've only seen Unit Boys running around. So
Yeah, that's what really excites me, though, because I feel like they are capable of keeping secrets.
yeah, definitely.
Um,
Because Mel obviously is there, but we've not seen her yet.
Not according to Doctor Who leaks. Blah. No, she literally is, because like there's literally from the photo that they posted of Mel, she's wearing like something around her arm.
Yes.
And Kate's wearing it too. So this is obviously like, because the whole world's gone mad, everyone's under mind control. They have to wear those to keep them safe. Yeah, and they're literally wearing it. They're both wearing it. So it's like, are you kidding me? Come on.
So it's basically like the eye patch thing from season 6, right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which yeah, it's cool. I hope there's a lot more to this plot than
People go mad.
Well, yeah, because here's the thing right now. Episode 1, we obviously know pretty well that it's the Star Beast. Sorry guys, I'm just unplugged my mic, so I'll talk. Okay, we're good. Sorry, I was talking loud so that it was going into Connor's mic and not mine. There we go, we're back. Sorry for that good sound. Yep, let's go back to it.
Audio.
The Star Beast.
Yep.
We know what's going on there, mate. Cat and mouse chase.
Nah.
It's nuts, right? They solve. Beep goes away. Fucking oath. The Wrath Warriors unit gets them. No drama. Whatever happens at the end there. Okay.
No drama, just several hundred dead.
It's just several hundred dead. Meanwhile, there's like a little thing going on. Just little sneaky things of Toymakerness, right? Okay.
Yeah.
And the Doctor's like, oh, I know this
Something
fucking
is coming
dude.
back.
Something's coming.
I can feel it.
I can feel it in my bones. I feel it in my fingers. I feel it in my Sonic.
Toes. Christmas all
Around
around
us. What a film. Anyways, so and then the end of the Star Beast is that scene that we saw in the trailer where, you know, the Doctor and Donna are about to go in the TARDIS, and Sylvia and Rose and Sean. It's Sean, right? They're like, whoa, Mom! And something's like, the TARDIS is going all funny, and the TARDIS disappears. Okay? But I think that leads you into Wild Blue Yonder.
Interesting.
Okay? Also think that just before that happens, things start going mad, right? So people start screaming, chaos happens, all the Toymaker stuff's going on.
That's a good idea.
Right? And then that's why there's that shot of David looking up and the plane's crashing, because it's like the people on the plane have gone,
What
crazy,
now?
and now the
Yeah.
plane's crashing. And so they're like, shit. And they stood there, and then the TARDIS disappears, and they wake up in Wild Blue Yonder. Okay? Wild Blue Yonder takes place And part of the struggle is that David isn't there. He can't help Earth at the moment. Instead, he's stuck in this like toy maker box, this toy maker game or something. And I think, and I did get this specific part from Twitter, that he's being forced to like watch some either specific moments of his past that have been traumatic, or maybe like companions, bad things that have happened to his companions since leaving his side. So maybe he sees like Susan's death or something like that, and that's why he has like that moment where he's like banging on it. He's like, no, and then he has that moment where he's like, why does it have to be this? I think that's him like being tortured by the bloody toy maker basically, whilst everything's going nuts back on Earth. Catherine saves him or whatever at the end of it, and then they head into the giggle where it's all right, now let's stop this chaos, because you then have that line from Kate where she's like, how do we fight the human race?
Great line, by the way.
Now, and then it's the Avengers, then the helicopters flying the TARDIS
Kate
over.
Lethbridge Stewart.
I don't think we see Kate properly until episode 3. Maybe a short scene in episode 1 or something.
I agree with that. And do you think we won't see Neil Paddy Harris till episode 3?
I reckon Neil Paddy Harris is teased all throughout. I think episode 3 is where like he's the big bad and he's there the whole time. But
I think that'd be smart.
I reckon we have little teasers throughout it. Because I think that toy box, you know where he's like massive, he's grabbing shit.
Your favourite shot?
It looks a bit weird, but it's fine.
I actually kind of like it.
I reckon that's like when the Doctor's like trapped in his like prison in Why Blue Yonder or whatever.
Yeah.
That's him. Like that's like a little thing where he's like.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're in like the box of hell.
Yeah.
Something so bad that the TARDIS ran away.
Yeah.
I love how you can see later on, there's that like dent in the wall.
Yeah.
That's from the TARDIS like smashing against it. Like that's sick.
Yeah.
Aiden's favourite line, of course. Let's go kick its ass.
Well, it's not the line. It's the camera movement. It just pisses me off. I just think it looks shit, but that's okay.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Lots of running down corridors. The Sylvia's house blows up. Or Donna's house, whoever's house it is.
Yeah.
Blows up. That's great. Do we know too much? Because I feel like that theory that I just brought on is pretty spot on. Maybe the Why Blue Yonder is a little bit, we don't know what's going on there. That's just a theory. But I think episode 1 and 3 were pretty...
Well, it depends who you want to believe when they say that there's a lot more to come.
Who said there's Disney Doctor Who leaks?
Just people, man. Just people. I don't know. I think there's got to be something more. I put it this way, like I think this is like the perfect time for Russell to come in and just do something like crazy and bombastic, and then like not go like tame for Ncuti's era, but like Ncuti's era is like back to basics seasons of Doctor Who, or should I say series of Doctor Who, not to annoy people. You know, it's like back to like doing a series of Doctor Who. I think this is like going to just be like bombastic, crazy. You know, Donna's back, Doctor's back, Matt Smith rocks up. You know, Martha's there. You know, that kind of thing. If it really isn't that, I think I will just be like, that was a missed opportunity.
Yeah, it really is, right?
Like, come on.
They've got, well, obviously we know Mel's back, and Kate is a great thread. That's just awesome. I think it's so awesome that Kate is just like this
I love
recurring
that.
thing.
Yeah, it's really cool she's in it, man. Like, and obviously we know she's in Ncuti's era.
Yep.
It's funny though, because she said, I haven't filmed scenes with Ncuti in the new season.
Yeah, she's only worked with Millie.
But that doesn't mean she hasn't filmed with him in the 60th. Ooh. Because like Yasmin Finney said she filmed with Ncuti. So I assume that he'll have scenes with multiple people.
Yeah.
And all that kind of thing.
Yeah, we'll get to that Ncuti shot in a second.
The last shot.
The last shot, mate. But here's one thing that someone else pointed out on Twitter that I think was really good, is David Tennant's performance is definitely not the 10th Doctor. It's different. It really is. Like, that moment where he's like, Kate Lethbridge Stewart, that's not 10th Doctor. He's not big, putting his arms out like this. That's like Jodie Whittaker. That's what she would do. She'd be like, Kate Lethbridge Stewart. Like, she does these big arms. She's very physical like that. And I think that's like awesome that he's sort of bringing these slightly different elements. Do you see what I mean?
I do now, actually. Wow. Yeah. I didn't think about that. I do love how Kate's just been in power and now she's in the 60th. I would love a line to be like, I saw, Chloe on Twitter, I saw she was like, do you think Kate would tell the what's it called? The group of companions? You know, at the end, the group they were in?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I wonder if she goes back to them, it's like, you're never going to guess who I just saw.
Yeah, guess who I ran into?
It's fucking changed.
It's 10.
And then he changed again. You're not gonna believe this. I love that though. I think it's great. So she's now met everyone but Eccleston in the new era.
Yeah.
Like she really is just like a really cool. Because again, like I was saying to my dad, because my dad like loved the Brig, and I was explaining to him who Kate is, and I was like, well, that's what the Brig did in Classic Who. Like he would meet all the different incarnations.
Yeah.
So now it's just like, I think it's great that now she gets to meet all the different
It's cool.
incarnations.
I'm so glad that she's up for it as well. Like she's not like she didn't just do a few seasons and was like, right, I'm happy to move on. She's just happy to keep coming back and understands like the weight of her character.
Dude, totally.
Which is
totally
awesome.
What do you think of like the helicopter scene and stuff? Was that a bit too rock and roll for you?
No, I liked the depressed David looking out the window like, oh no, like, because that's the thing. It's like I think Star Beast ends with like just chaos starting, and then episode 3 starts with like him just having to be like, fuck, like I've missed all of this, like I've not been here to save them. So I think that's cool, that little bit of weight from him. What did you think? Do you think that there is a massive time jump in terms of Earth and between Power of the Doctor Earth and the Star Beast Earth?
Is this because of Yasmin Finney's age?
Yasmin Finney's age, for one. Yeah, that is the main one.
Yeah.
And the second thing is...
Rose Temple.
Yeah, because she, I think, can only be about, 13?
Yeah.
Technically, and she's clearly not. Like, Yasmin's, 20?
Yeah, I believe
which
so.
you could pass her as like a 16, 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Heartstopper does that well.
But 13's pushing it.
Very much pushing it.
Yeah.
But also we have like, the unit tower. They've built this unit tower in a year since the Power of the Doctor, and it's this new fancy building in the middle of London. Like, I think we're in for like a 5-6 year time jump into the future.
That would annoy me. I always loved how Chibnall always like kept it very like linear.
Like had the air dates actually in the episode and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's the thing. I was like, I'll drop you back to 2020, and it was 2020. I kind of like that. I don't know. I feel like that would bug me. Either that or like, I mean, Rose could be adopted.
Definitely that too. Yeah, that's an option.
Which I think is another cute. Like, it's just what Russell does. Like representation. Like they can do an adopted storyline as well as her being like trans as well.
We've already had that with the Timeless Child.
Yeah, I know. I was going to say, Chibnall tried to do that, but it's a good question, and it kind of bugs me because I don't want it to be like it's 2028.
Okay, so we have lots of exploding things going on towards the end of the trailer. London's like falling apart.
Recognize me.
That's very cool. London's falling apart.
Yeah. What do you think of?
What's that? What is that supposed to mean, mate?
The floor.
Oh yeah. Okay. It's more of like a flying sound. It's like an explosion on the floor sound. Yeah, it's cool. It was another thing where I wasn't like 100% sold on the VFX of that. But
far out.
Maybe I don't know.
Aang is such a fucking
Here's the thing. I like the scope because I always felt like the 50th. We haven't done like a big end of universe threat sort of thing for a while, and I felt like the 50th was a good time to have that large, big, bombastic thing going for it. So I'm kind of glad that 60th is doing it.
Yeah, I just hope. I just don't want it. I don't want every like episode to be like Marvel like the world is coming to an end.
Yeah,
and then it doesn't, and it's like the world is coming to an end.
Yeah, which is like something that Russell did fall into a lot in his era, and he gets away with it. But it's like,
I know that's the thing. It might work for the story.
Yeah,
but I don't mind. Like obviously the world is not going to end.
Yeah,
we have a shooty season to come.
Yeah,
but it's like I just hope that. London looks like fucked up, and I just hope there's like repercussions for that. Like, I hope it's not just like we'll just blow up London and it's fine.
Yeah, and David Russell was pretty good at that from memory, was he?
I think he's got it.
Yeah, I think so.
I have complete faith in that man.
What do you think of
him so much.
The moment I saw these eyes when David's like, Donna, I don't think that I can save you this time.
Yeah, he just completely sells it.
He does. Like, he's so...
I don't know. Dude, he's so good.
He's so
Dude, he
so
literally is so great.
He's perfect.
I think again, this is just like this is for idiots on Twitter to be like, I can't, in all caps, I can't believe they might kill Donna
Well,
off.
here's the thing. It's like there's no way Donna's gonna die, but they might. You know, like that's the thing. It's like
I'd love it if she died. I feel like it would just leave such an impact.
it would be very impactful. Yeah, maybe, and that's why Shooty's at the grave in the Christmas special. Like, yeah, who the fuck knows, right?
Yeah, well, because I watched the trailer yesterday with my family, my mum was like, I was trying to explain to my mum like what the mind wipe thing was, and I said, it happens in the season 4 final, and she's like, can you put it on? And I was like, of course. So I watched.
You want me to watch Doctor Who?
Yeah, I was
Don't
like,
have to ask
of
me
course.
twice.
So I watched the Stolen Earth and Journey's End yesterday, and it's really tragic. Like, it really is tragic. I'm like, wow, this actually kind of reminds me of the fact that Russell isn't opposed to doing like a final the final for the 60th in this example. That can be really actually sad and just heartbreaking.
Yeah, which is what I want. I you can already tell from David's performance that in Wild Blue Yonder and The Giggle we are gonna have like some heart-stopping moments.
Some things. And maybe that's where, like, you know, Yasmin Finney's Rose can be a bigger character in Shooty Zero. It can be like bringing
I'd
on
love
the
that.
noble name,
Yeah, the legacy
of
Temple Noble.
Temple Noble. Yeah,
That should be the like her
Rose
first
Temple Noble.
episode.
Yeah,
the legacy of Temple Noble.
Yeah, it's like almost bringing on that legacy, because I don't think Catherine Tate's ever going to come back. Like,
No, I don't think so. This was it, you know.
What's the point of knowing her character's alive? She might as well just die, you know.
What's the point of being
What's the
alive?
point of being alive if you can't help each other?
There's also another cool moment from David where we're like sort of swirling around him, and you can tell that he's talking to Kay and everyone at Unit HQ, and he just has that like very serious face. It's like something's coming back. I have a memory. And they bring in like there's like this little sound that like goes in the background of that, and it's just I think it's the Fires of Pompeii like no, it's not that, but it's some like there's just some sound that's very familiar to the RTD era.
Dude, I rewatched that recently and I like it's so funny in that score.
Yeah, but
You just wanted that to play in the trailer?
I hope. Yeah, why is that not here? But that's cool. I feel like there's good gravity to David's performance in that moment.
He is starting to remember me.
Shugawa at the end opens his eyes.
Right, one more thing.
Okay.
Sorry. The what do you think of the "Your fight is with me"?
Oh yeah. So this is the part that I'm not like. I don't mind like David in that bit, but it's just like we got a big laser gun on, and Neil Patrick Harris just sat in this thing
wearing the goggles and
I'm
definitely gonna have a few costume changes for. We see him in like 4 different costumes.
Yeah.
So it's probably gonna be like very.
We see him like
shooty-esque.
sprinting in his little
Yeah.
toy thing as well, his little toy soldier thing. Yeah.
The little pedals.
Yeah.
Whee!
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 Yeah, I don't know. I'll reserve judgment for that when I see it because I'm sure it's going to be great.
I think you should I think you should reserve judgment for everything you said.
Okay.
Every bad thing you said.
Okay.
It could fit the scene really well.
It
Last
could,
shooty
yeah.
shot, not a huge fan.
Neither. It's very staged, isn't it?
Yeah.
It feels very staged.
Yeah.
I hope it's not like that's like the last shot of the 60th or something. It's like, and now it's time for the next one.
Yeah, I much prefer the can someone tell me what the hell is going on here?
Yeah.
Which I think is kind of cool they didn't reuse that for the 100th time. That would have just made Aiden so happy.
Well, they could have reused it with a different background,
True.
like the actual
True.
background or something.
Yeah, I
Or
don't know.
another fake background.
I'm not. Yeah, another fake one. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it, but I think it sets it up, and yeah, I just thought it was a great trailer. I love how long it was. Oh, but what really irked me, and I don't understand, is just the no release date thing.
Give me the release date, please.
Do you think there's a chance that just maybe they're still like playing it by ear to see when they want to play it?
No way. No, this stuff was locked off like a year ago, I reckon. Like, this stuff gets scheduled
Not according to Doctor Who Twitter.
Doctor Who leaks on Twitter. What? They still
No, not Doctor
undecided?
Who leaks. I'm talking about Doctor Who Twitter in like general. I don't know. Unfortunately, I feel like because we had that Who Spy posted note.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I feel like that might be.
So you were talking shit about me posting that on Twitter, but you think I'm actually right?
Yeah, I guess I owe you an apology.
So what we're saying is daily episodes for the 60th.
Yeah, I owe you an apology, Aiden.
Thanks, man. I needed
Fuck
that.
you. There you go. That's my apology.
I would love if it dropped at 9:30 a.m. on a Tuesday to Thursday,
We
bro.
would be dead.
No, we would be
No.
fucking great because
It's not gonna happen,
It
though.
would drop at 4:30 p.m. in Australia. We get home from work, let's get on the episode. Wow, I've had a
G'day,
good
mate.
day of
G'day,
work.
mum.
Been looking forward to this all day. Haven't had it spoiled like the Brits are having it spoiled at the moment whilst they're at work. Good fucking shit.
Yeah, now you know how it feels.
Yeah.
Now you know how it feels. Never gonna happen.
All the Brits are like, yeah, the David Tennant smacking. Yeah.
Why does it have to be
After
this? Dude, never gonna happen.
I know.
We're gonna get fucked
we can
over
dream.
for 3 days. Wake up at 3, do the podcast, go to work, go home. Wake up at 3, do the podcast, go to work, go home.
Every day
Wake
I'm
up at 3,
hustling,
do the
hustling,
podcast,
hustling.
go home and sleep for a year.
Or
We're-
until the Christmas special where we do it all again.
We're gonna be like cream crackered.
I'll cream your crackers. All right, very briefly, anything to say about our little adventure together, Connor?
Worldwide premiere.
Yeah.
What adventure?
The film thing.
Oh yeah, I was in a film.
Yes.
I had a lot of people come up to me saying like, you know, are you a professional actor? I said, no, I'm not, but I can see why you thought that. No, it was great. It really, no, on all serious note, it was really fun. I was very nervous actually. I don't know why I was so nervous, but I was like, well, I do know. I mean, I haven't acted in like since like 2018, 2017. That was just for like you guys as like uni films when you were at Curtin.
There was a lot going on. There was, I think, like close to 15 extras on set. So.
Yeah. I didn't really notice the hecticness, but
Yeah,
I
you
guess
said
you
that.
did a good job of hiding that because I didn't notice it. I just thought it was just what it's like.
We got very delayed off on
Yeah,
the,
see, I didn't notice that.
we couldn't get our first foot off the ground on that night.
I thought it was just because the sun was going down and you were like, we have to wait till dark. I didn't.
We
notice.
did, but even when it got dark, we were waiting for too long for a specific thing. But it's fine. And
I mean, you said we'd finish at 10 and we finished at like 9:30.
we made ground. We cut a couple of shots, but we got what we needed. you
Yeah.
know? It was probably, the most of 90% of the shoot, I'm talking all the shoot days and stuff. Like really happy. Like we got so much right. But this was, I guess, the one day where it felt like very under the pump. Like we just had so much going on. Like directing extras, and then we also have like 4 main like actors on set between like you, Ibby, and then Breck and Travis. So there's like 4 of you guys that were sort of working with and directing, as well as 10, 15 extras. And then you're sort of trying to block extras into areas of the frame that look good in the frame, but also like feel natural in the scene, and like coordinating the production design around that as well. Was just there was a lot going on, but no, we did it. I'm happy with it, and you were fun. You did good. You did a good job.
Thank you. Yeah, no, it was. I felt like I got into it once like we started like rehearsing and stuff.
Yeah.
Luckily, my co-star, who I'd never met before, luckily we just got along really well.
Yeah.
Like I don't think that scene would have worked if like I didn't get along with him.
Yeah. Now you're besties.
Because like we were meant to be like besties in the scene.
Yeah, just having a laugh,
Yeah.
having a chuckle.
Now we're besties for life.
Do you have him on social media?
Nah, I didn't. I don't know his name.
I'll give him. Should I
Oh,
give
I didn't. Yeah,
Yeah, sure.
I'll see him at the worldwide premiere
Worldwide
of the Robin
premiere.
Was Wrong. That's where I'll see him again, my homie. Nah, it was really good, and I guess it'll be on YouTube in 10 years probably.
Yeah, probably like 2 years, but that's okay. But yeah.
Wow, really?
Yeah, you got to do the whole festival circuit, so
2 years?
maybe 1.5 to 2 years, yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, that's cool. I'm back to spending time on the pod now. We were doing very bare bones pods for a while there, just to get by and keep the show going whilst busy times were happening. But
Have you posted Let Me Be yet?
no, that's a job for later this year. We'll do a bit of promo for that.
I was going to say because even that hasn't come out yet.
Yeah, so we're going to use that as like a launching pad for our company in a more, I guess, slightly more corporate way. Is that we launched Let Me Be, and then we roll that into promoting The Robin Was Wrong at its sort of first screenings for Yeah, for the film. So
For the worldwide premiere.
for the worldwide premiere. The worldwide premiere. Cool, man. Speaking of worldwide premieres, in 1967, December 16. No, 11th of November to December 16. A little serial, well, a big serial came out. A long serial came out called The Ice Warriors, which is the partly missing third serial, the fifth series of the British science fiction television series Doctor Who, first broadcast in 6 parts. In the serial, the Doctor, Jamie, and Victoria arrive on Earth during a new ice age. After making their way into a base led by a man called Clint, the crew discover a humanoid being in the ice that plots to revive its race and take over the planet. The serial marked the debut.
Debut.
I'm so tired, man. The serial marks the debut of the Ice Warriors.
Yeah.
There's a few missing episodes in there.
Yeah. Animation with live action.
My first time watching it.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I've read it. I've read the Target novel,
Oh, cool. Oh, yeah, you have, haven't you?
which I think helped.
With, like, just the story or just because you felt bored as fuck?
Well, here's the thing. When I read the Target novel, I thought this was like a super tight 4-parter. Like, that was the vibe I got from it. I loved the Target novel. I thought it was really good. And then I like started watching this, and part 1 had the energy, and I was like, that's great. And then part 2, it was like animated, so it's kind of hard to tell, and same with part 3. And then you get to like 4, 5, and 6, and you're like, oh my god! Like, at the end of part 2, I felt like I was in like the final few chapters of the book, and then those final 2 chapters of the book were stretched out across 4 episodes, or rather, 4 episodes were tidied up into a nice tight book.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, man. It starts with momentum, and then all of a sudden it just hits the fucking pause button. It's like all of a sudden they realize, like, oh wait, we have to do 6 episodes, not 4.
Yeah, too long, as always. Just far out. God, you're killing me here, Aiden. You're killing me.
With these 6-parters, man.
To be
you
fair,
wanted to do the Sea Devils next, and that's a 6-parter.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, okay. Well, at least it's in colour.
Yeah, that's true.
I can't see what the fuck is going on. Especially with all the snow and stuff. That's why that's why I really liked the part 2 and 3, because it was animated. I really liked at first when I was like, animated, bleh.
No.
I hate animation.
What a terrible medium.
I'm not a fan of The Simpsons at all. It's not my second favourite show ever. I really liked the animated ones. The rest could be tossed.
Right.
I don't know. I just really...
You didn't like the first episode? I thought the first one was good.
No. Oh my god.
No?
And that's why I was like, okay, 2 and 3 I actually really liked. 4, like, the animation really helped me.
Well, that's
Because,
cool.
like, even though it looks the way it looks, but either way, I'm not going to shit on it.
That's a really interesting take, though, because obviously, so they only animated 2 and 3, but now what they do with the animations is they animate every single episode. So
And give you the option if you want to.
yeah, so you can watch the ones that have survived, or you can just watch it fully as like an animated thing. Started when BBC America was funding them, because BBC America wanted to just put out like basically like a 4-episode
And they have money.
and no one wants to question like, why is this episode animated and then this one is live action. It's just like, let's just put it all out as one animated thing. And yeah, I feel like that's an interesting take. Like, it makes them more accessible perhaps to people that aren't that struggle to engage with that like 60s very black and white, extremely low production values.
I still wouldn't watch it all though in animated, just because I feel like that's not how.
Cheating, mate.
Yeah, it's cheating.
Cheating.
I'm cheating on Doctor Who.
Bae.
But it's like the same animation as what I saw in like Sharda and stuff. It's like the same animation type.
Oh no, it's quite different.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a different company as well.
Oh,
Maybe I could be wrong.
I think
but-
it is the same.
No, I don't think so.
I never forget that animation, boy. Something about Doctor Who in animation, it doesn't seem to like gel very well. There's something about it, it just doesn't work.
Yeah, well,
I like
other than Dreamland.
Oh yeah, sorry, that's a masterpiece. Yeah, No, I like how it's like the animation was in black and white and 4:3. Was it in black? It was in black and white, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm like, did I even like? Yeah, it was like a couple days ago. Yeah. Ice Warriors though.
The Sea Boys.
From the red planet. I'm like, hurry up, just get it out. All
Get
right?
to the
Spit it
fucking
out. All
point.
right.
We should have done this whole episode like that.
Well, there's.
And
Did
just
you miss the hisses?
Let it run for 2 hours. The hisses? No, I didn't realize that we got rid of that in New Who.
You still kind of hear it.
Yeah, they just like add like at the end of the
Yeah,
S's, like, yeah, it's fine. No, I don't miss the hisses.
I love the Ice Warriors though.
I love them too.
They're so great.
Cuddly and
They
cute.
look cute, man. They got little fur coming out their little things.
Some of them have thick asses as well.
Man, it's got a booty.
Hey, you got some cake.
Hey, Dad.
Let me have a bite of that cake.
I can notice that booty anywhere, man.
Yeah, dude.
How do you deal with that dump truck? Someone's
back
been
him up.
doing.
You're being chased by the
doing
Ice Warriors,
squats.
which is weighed down by this dump truck.
Yeah, man. I'd let it take me, man. Suffocate me with that ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a moment where
They're big
one's
boys.
like, I think it's like the cliffhanger episode 4 or something, and the doctor's like throwing the chemicals at it, and it starts to like fall,
Yeah.
and it falls in the way that like that cake is sticking out huge. I'm like, damn that cake, boy.
Damn, boy.
Damn.
Yeah. Victoria's kind of just like,
Literally like
I need help.
Her
The damsel
promo-
in distress.
her
you know?
promo photo and like the photo that they've drawn for the target novelization is her literally like,
Like,
ah,
I just want to go home.
I'm in Home Alone.
Help me. Help me. And then Jamie's like
Jamie's fun. I
Doctor,
like him.
I'm going to go save Victoria.
How funny was it at the end of episode 1 when Jamie's like, hey, Victoria, would you ever try wearing those like, tight leather clothes or like whatever it is? Or did I...
Well, and then he gets like knocked out.
Yeah, but he's
Yeah.
literally like telling Victoria to wear like the tight leather, like he wants to see her in those
Damn,
pits.
Jamie, you're gonna get like you're gonna get me too.
That's
if you ask me.
that's fucking workplace.
Damn.
Yeah,
Aren't the Doctor and Jamie meant to be like secretly gay?
that's a new one for me. I've never heard that.
You not heard that?
No, but
They're
sure.
like a couple apparently. Like they're a bit too close.
Like 11 and Rory.
Are they too close?
I don't know.
Eleven and Rory.
That's an
Ooh.
alternate timeline.
Something was going on with the three of them.
Something was sus. Yeah, I don't think
Something-
it's as
Something was a bit
platonic as we
a
think.
bit sus.
As gin and tonic as we think.
G&T.
Yeah, so Ice Warriors. What do you think of Pat Troughton? Because obviously you've seen him in the 3 Doctors, but this is your first
good,
and
yeah.
my first mainly full live action experience with him. I've watched a few animated things with a
Yeah.
few clips, but
No, it's good.
yeah, I like him
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, me too. It's like it's hard to just like get, you know, it's like it's hard to have like a full opinion on it, I guess. But yeah, I like him. I like all the Doctors.
All of the above.
I think he's really good. I'm definitely more of a Pertwee fan. Pertwee
But it's
fan.
cool. Have you started Sea Devils? No.
Who do I look like?
Connor Hannum.
Do you really think I started Sea Devils?
No.
I laugh at you.
Oh,
Ha 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 ha.
the giggle.
Ah.
Do you think in the 60th that everyone is laughing crazily?
Yeah. I think it's the giggle in everyone's head. I think
Yeah.
that makes them go crazy.
Oh. And now we have to
Can you
fight
just imagine
the
the
human
pilot
race.
in that plane like,
Goodbye, the shard.
get ready to see a CGI plane land. Look how, can't wait to see how good that looks. On that spicy
Disney
BBC
Plus
budget. Yeah.
budget.
Yeah.
Yum.
Give us the money.
Apparently hasn't gone that far, has it?
According to
Kidding.
you. Yeah.
I think some of the CGI looks great. There's just some that it doesn't look as good as like.
It did kind of bug me because, like, you know, I was doing the video and I was like really excited and gassed, and like, you really just brought my vibe down, man. You were like, that was shit.
I never said it was shit. I was just like unfazed
go
by
to
it.
bed, Aiden. You need a fucking.
I did need to go to bed.
You need a slap and you need a Sylvia slap and you need to go to bed.
I'd had one singular Mac's cheeseburger pretty much all day, so I think I had like
So that was
hungry.
yours. That was your rubbish lying around.
That was Dan. He went and got himself something, and he was like, "I'll buy you food," and I was like, "I don't want anything." And he was like, "You need to eat," and so he's like, I said, "I'll just give me a single cheeseburger." So it was his dinner. My DP Dan, and
DP coming.
so I watched the trailer. Maybe I was like hangry as well.
Yeah, you were
know?
hangry.
So I watched it again a couple of times and like demolished some prop pretzels that had been on set as like props that we didn't need anymore.
Right.
So I just demolished like half a bag of
It was a
pretzels.
hot set, and then you destroyed it.
Well, we pulled the set down by after you left. We were there for ages pulling it all down. Like
Is that when you did it?
we did a lot of it then. We pulled down the main stuff, but there was still so much stuff to do the next day. So
I appreciate the vegetarian options. Not that I eat at parties or
yes,
fake parties.
I didn't even tell them that you were vegetarian. So
I was like, I feel represented.
that's just what we
Thank
do, man.
You.
We're
I
here.
always have to do that as like a joke. Be like,
I'm vegetarian.
thank you for support. No, because everyone thinks that vegetarians are like needy, like twats.
What do you think Ice Warriors eat?
Ice? I don't know, like a dead possum in the ice or
They got a
something.
lot of teeth, so you think maybe they're a little like, dead possum sounds about right. I think.
But like, it's like what do jellyfish eat? Like, I think sometimes you can just live like off like algae and stuff. Like my fish,
You don't,
my fish
you
eat
don't get that
algae.
level of cake without eating, mate.
Cake. Oh, the butt. Yeah, true. They squat a lot. I don't know. Like, my fish can eat like we feed our fish like actual food like every like 2 or 3 days, but they like to eat like the algae and stuff.
So you think Ice Warriors is nomming on the algae?
Yeah.
Right. I like them nomming on the ice. That's why they have those chompers.
Ngung, 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 ngung. Ngung, 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 ngung. Did they ever explain how they got to Earth? Oh, they crashed.
Yeah, they crashed and the ship got frozen. And I understood the plot because I knew the book. Like I would have zoned out for that whole last 3 episodes.
Yeah, I did.
It
was like I had like, you know how you get like they used to say like when you watch too much TV you get square eyes.
Yeah.
That was me.
Yeah, you got
I
that
was
4x3 eye.
Yeah, my aspect ratio eyes. I was just like, this is very boring.
Where did they chomp the ice?
Why am I doing this in my life? Literally, everyone was like walking past me watching it and going like, get a fucking life,
Well,
man.
I love how even all the comments when we were like, we're going to do Ice Warriors next week, everyone was like,
Don't do it.
The Ice Warriors? Are you okay?
Don't do it.
Are you okay? Or do you wanna
Actually,
go
I
to a
like
dark
it.
place?
I didn't think it was bad, really, actually. I liked it. Am I contradicting myself?
You definitely did just contradict yourself there.
I
but
like the idea of it. It's just old man, and like about the time it would have been great.
I'll get ready for a whole lot more of that.
I like how they're dragging the TARDIS at the beginning.
Yeah, I like how
You're on my hand.
they hide behind the TARDIS as well. That's fun.
Yeah.
I like that snowy set at the start. Thought that was cool. Whenever Doctor Who in the classic era gets like high production value looking stuff, I'm always like,
Good on you.
good on you
mate.
guys. You know, good on them. You know that
yeah.
band of old dudes that were doing really well in the pub last night? At one moment, I just turned to Dan
yeah.
and was like, good on them.
It was
You
so
know?
loud.
It was loud and the crowd was huge.
Some weird bloke. I left the pub with Dan, and then like, I swear someone was like telling us, and I was like, all right, cool am I? And then me and Dan were about something like really deep, and then like we were like a minute away from my house, and I was like, I saw a shadow, and I was like, we were really deep, and I was like, and then he was like, yeah, I just got kicked out because I got bad body language apparently, and I was like,
Okay.
and you know me, I freak out in those situations. I'm like, and then like, yeah, and then he just like fucking, and then just walked away.
Oh my god.
And then like he just
He's
like he walked off
"All
into
right."
like the bush or something, and I was like, where are you going?
He was like, all right, Halloween.
Yeah. Dude, I was like, I swear he was telling us, and then like he was, and I was like, ugh. But that's in like those bands, they kind of bring in like that. Oh, like I'm pretty close with a lot of people who work there, and they're like, yeah, a lot of like when those big band nights go on, you wouldn't believe this, but like a lot of those old people are like cooked off their head on meth.
Yeah, right.
Like you wouldn't believe that.
Right.
But like, who wants to go to the pub and do meth and listen to fucking AC/DC?
You know-
Well, apparently a lot of people.
When we first got to that pub, it took me about 15 minutes to get served at the bar.
Yeah.
Like it was so busy because it was just before that gig was starting, and it was like cooked. Like, and I think I'd set myself up in a pretty bad spot to get served, and I was like trying to like shuffle into it, but like I was on the bar, like pretty much like leaning over the bar for ages, like trying to catch people's eyes. Like I wasn't like being a little sook, like hiding behind the bar. I was like generally like, whenever someone like finished up, I was like, ah. And then they'd like look the other direction and the other direction for like 15 minutes. I'm not even kidding.
Yeah.
Just to order 2 bloody pints, mate.
It was so loud, I literally had to like go like, I got it. Like I was just like, a pint of swan.
please. And like, you want a what? A one?
A pint of swan.
Obi-Wan?
Do you know my favourite joke to make at the pub?
What?
Because it's called Swan Draft. Mm-hmm. When they run out of Swan, I go, oh, it's a Swan Drought. Dude,
Can you give
cracking up. They were loving it. They were like, it's such a funny drunkard.
me a score for the Ice Warriors out of 10?
I give the Ice Warriors a 6.
A 6. I love how we watched this like 2-hour serial to talk about it for
Well, what else is there to
for
say?
about
Aiden?
5 minutes. I've got nothing else to say. I'm not asking you to say more.
You
I'm
got-
also giving it a 6, my
You've got
man.
me in shackles right now, okay?
Giving it a 6. Fist bump.
Keen for the Sea Devils.
Sea Devils next week, guys. Make sure you check it out before you come to the podcast.
Wow.
Maybe Aiden will flip flop back to him hating
You
the
do like
trailer
wearing
again.
flip-flops.
Well, I'm not wearing shoes today, but
You don't
maybe I
ever
should.
wear shoes, though.
I actually do wear shoes at some point in life.
I
Some
never
points.
see him wearing shoes. It's actually kind of,
Well-
especially when it's raining outside, and you're like, ah, fuck it, and you're wearing socks. That actually makes you want to like crawl.
No,
up in
I
a hole.
don't. No. I never do it when it's already raining. Sometimes we go down here and it's clear, and then it starts raining, and I have to walk back to the house. in
I've seen you
socks.
several times just be like, ah, it's kind of wet. Oh well. I'm
I have done that.
That just makes me wet
Yeah.
socks.
Yeah, I hate it too. I hate that I do it too.
No.
Because I'm lazy. We're already out the door, and I'm like, I don't need shoes. That's our show, everybody. Thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe. We're going to have so much 60 of hype stuff coming up. Follow on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor and on TikTok at 50Doctor Who. I've been Aiden.
I've been Connor, and I love how you say the outro is over, and then we've done it. There's one time we haven't done it.
One time. Okay, sing the outro for us, Con.
It's Aiden and Connor's podcast. Ice Warriors Zeus reviews.
Do you reckon that's what it's like when they whisper to each other? They go, psst.
They go psst,
Psst.
psst.
Want a piece of that cake? Psst.
Hey, it saved me a slice.
So dumb.